All right, so today is February 5th, 2025. The market opens up in less than 19 minutes. Um, Yesterday, I was looking for a short near here. Got the short, nice run, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to lock in any of this profit. Where do I have two? Let's be the second one. Oh, the first one was that one. I wasn't able to lock in any of this profit, right? Yeah, we had this up here. This one here, right? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, nice run over here. But I probably would have gotten stopped out more or less. I'm not sure. I mean, I probably would have been targeting a lot lower. But yeah, this was a nice run and then bound. But this one here is the one I took. I tried to take here. Right, it was a level that was there. Price was giving me a lot of like Phoenix Star. I almost took this one here, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait till price come and actually rejects, and I'll buy on set on red. So I could have bought. I sold here, run it to there, and then price went down and came back up and stopped me up. I was hoping price would have just broke out, right? Price came back to the same level here where that sell was, sold off a little bit, came back one more time just to take whatever value was here and down. It came back one more fucking time and then down, and then eventually started like just dicking around until it eventually bounced around here and then drop off, came back up as the noon was closing. Probably people closing out their orders, finding like, ah, crap, I'm in the red, closing it out, bought it up, and then sold off again. And then eventually, towards the end of the day, it moved all the way back up to almost to where my exit was at. And then a little bit more after the market closed, it moved up, and then now we have this crazy sell-off, right? So I'm gonna clear up the charts. I'm gonna go to the 30-minute time frame, which has worked very well for me as far as clearing up the charts. Uh, all of this is going to go, and then hopefully I can. Hopefully my trading is. I can trade today. I'm not like eager to look into that, but I just wanted to be able to know that things are set up. I'm not trying to just go and take trades. All right. Still working on taking the best trade for me based on price action. All right. This was the high from the noon. So that was the only sell that we had here, pre-market, and then there too yesterday. Yeah, so we had that was the only sell area we had, and the only initial and the only volume profile that we had, and then price came back to it, and then it was just this here, this sell off, freaking balls to the wall. Like this is a sell off that you'll just track, and then right maybe get stopped out here for 30 points, or 29 points. This would have been a trade to just, oh fuck it, get in, sold, let's go, right? This just freaking went phenomenal. All right, so daily first, see that price dropped. Price is still dropping. So price bounced, doji. Price came back to this doji, selling off right now. 4 hour. So we're kind of like below this level here. I don't have anything else for the 4 hour. So this is probably my most key level for 4 hour. I don't too much like it. Not gonna pay too much attention to it. Same thing for the 1 hour. You can see that price is really just enjoying this area. Our price is really just enjoying this area right here. All right, so just like really just in there, probably because of this. But I'm gonna zoom out when I get a chance to look at um, the range chart to see if there's anything in the pre-market that I can really work with. This looks pretty good. Like I like this here. All right, so hopefully it coincides with something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. So this one is up here. Down here now, I don't really see much, but this one is up here. I would want it to come back up to this level, even though we have this level right here, right? But I don't see any volume here to really like trust that. All right, so I may end up missing a trade because of this, because price came back, retested that, and then sold off pre-market. So, but anyways, nothing really. Well, with this, so this is the 1 hour zone. I'm gonna mark it from this here, and then drag that out. I'm gonna label it 1 hour. Don't ask me why I don't have it on the candle that I just marked it on, but it's fine. I'm aware of what I'm doing. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just bump it up because it's probably be a lot easier to see. Because we have the that in the way. All right. So that's that. All right. So 1 hour, 30-minute time frame. Nothing. 15-minute time frame. Up here, where this level is at. Nothing. And then 5-minute. The 5-minute level is what we had. This. Okay. Is that where the? That's probably why. So this is where the 5-minute one is. So I'm gonna mark that. But first, the 1 hour. Let's review the 1 hour real quickly. Is the 1 hour fresh? No, the 1 hour is old. The 5-minute one is the freshest one. So I'm gonna mark that like that. So this might be an area where price gravitates to. I'm gonna label that 5 minutes, all right? Because it goes right into that volume profile. All right, so that's the freshest one, okay? And other than that, I don't really have much. So we're gonna leave that at that, and then let price do its thing. If price give me something new to work with, then I'll work with that. Let's go to NQ. Same thing, 30-minute time frame to clear off whatever excess that's not needed. These can go. This would be the low here. And I need to copy a high up here. All right. Boom. Okay, so we got that. Let's get rid of whatever this is. Probably settlement price. And get rid of the low. And we're going to copy this settlement price, because we're going to need one about somewhere around here somewhere. Just add it now. Should have just said 5,000. All right, so now let's put this to 150. And what ES was showing for our we have one up here too far down. Let's go to the weekly real quickly. Probably just gonna just delete. Wow. Going to delete all of these other weekly ones. Did it? No. Ready to go? Okay. All right. Price is really dropping. I think we can probably head down to 2,400. I'm just gonna get rid of all of these other ones. This my chart just feeling very cluttered. And I'm just going to keep the freshest weekly, which should be this one here. All right, this can go. All right, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. All right, we got a fresh level here. Does it coincide with anything? Yes, it does. All right, and we got another level right here that's populating. All right, and then the volume, I'm just gonna set this one, this one with the 15-minute. All right, 5 minutes. This is also fresh. Is a 15-minute fresher? Yes, the 15-minute is. Oh, the 15 minutes gone. 5-minute. Zoom out. So the 5-minute one is the one that we're going to focus on then. All right. Volume. So volume is being accumulated here on the 15, but price really needs to show it doesn't want to stay. All right. That's the low from yesterday. All right, maybe something for me to look at as price continues. All right, so we got high, low, settlement. Let's go over to VIX. All right, ooh, VIX had a nice little level here, but I just do the 30-minute time frame and I do the 2. I'm gonna set the high and the low, and then that's gonna be about what I really just focus on. So the high is here, the low is down here. A lot of accumulation down here. Let's see if we get a tighter candles on that area to help me make sense. I like this to here, this buy right here, and then also this absorption. All right, it kind of goes well with what we see there. So I like this. Let's drag that out like that. All right. I'm gonna go higher. Let's go to 4, and then we'll go to 5. All right. See, now it's getting too thick, and I don't really too much like that. But I do want to make this just like something like this. All right. Let's go back to 3. All right. Let's see how much of that. All right. Yeah, I like that. And let's go to 2. Yeah, see, this feels like it's okay. Bring that out. Okay, so we got that. All right. So if price goes down, NQ and VIX, NQ and ES should go up, and if price continues higher and break through, then we have that. Okay. This high can go. I added the low already. All right, so we're done with that. Back to ES. We're gonna add the news, because we should be having some news coming out. We had news coming out every single day today. And then also last night Alphabet came out and Amazon comes out tonight. News wise, 8:30 and Jolts. This one's probably the most important one right now. And Trump's also speaking right now. All right.
And I probably won't even be invited to be there. And I was really angry. And then they rigged the election.
Still on that?
And then I said, probably won't even be invited. And I got these 2 things, and I said, you know what? So I'm the president. President hit me hard on that one, so I gave that up immediately. But I happened to be president during that, so think of it. So I'm the president, and I got these 2 things, and I said, you know what? I got the Olympics to come to the United States, and I got the World Cup to come to the United States, and I probably won't even be invited to be there. And I was really angry. And then they rigged the election. And then I said, I'm coming back. And I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. Right? And at some point, I'm going to get right back onto the teleprompter, and you're going to say, that was a wonderful speech. On that momentous day in 1776. This is so much easier. You know, it takes real talent to do the other. The other is much more talent, but that's why we're president, I think. But we have very important words to say, and this is such an important group. And we have plenty of time to say it, because when it comes to religion, I have all the time. I'm one of the few that say we have all the time in the world. But on that momentous day in 1776, history changed forever when our founders proclaimed the immortal truths that echoed around the world and down all the way through time. They declared that all of us are made free and equal by the hand of our Creator. A lot of presidents refuse to say that. They refuse to say that. Some refuse. Some major politicians refuse to say the word God. They don't want to say it. I say it. That we are endowed with our sacred rights to life, liberty, and not by government, but by God Almighty Himself. And those words rang out from Philadelphia and launched a revolution, not just in America, but in the hearts of all humanity.
All right, so the market's opening up soon.
The principles of the Declaration of Independence.
Just
which
wait
is
till the market opens
one
up.
of three,
Other than that, I
sitting
am
right
done.
beautifully
And
in the Oval Office.
we'll see if I'm
I
able to
took it
trade
out
on my account
the
if I
vaults,
take a
and it's
trade, that
beautiful.
is.
It's beautifully
Other than that,
protected. And
adios.
it's a magnificent document.
Catch you later.
I stare at it all the time, and I read it as often as I can.